Hi, sweet little garbanzo bean. Sorry, I had to adjust stuff going on here. So we're trying some new setups. We're doing something a little different. Let me know what y'all think about it. So today is Friday. Friday is Venus's day. It's the day of love. So I used to do Flirty Friday, and it's not like a hard and fast rule that I keep doing Flirty Friday, but I do like it. It's nice. It's something lighthearted and something lovely to carry us into the weekend. So today's topic is all about love. So we have 3 options to choose from today. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. I'm realizing I should have swapped it so y'all can see it the way that needs to be seen. Pile 1 is with this lovely little, I don't know if you can see it, this honey calcite. It's so cute. I feel like that should be a pet name for somebody to be like, oh, sugar honey calcite. But I really like that. Pile 2 is with, I don't know if you can see it, but it's this little bracelet. It's got a peridot and a little V on it and some pearls. It's from a very dear friend of mine on her wedding day. It was lovely. All right, I'm going to stop being a sentimental little D about it. And pile 3 is with this very, very lovely gold stone. I'm sorry, again, it's hard to see them. But this is what we got going on. This is how we're going to do it for now. And yeah, we'll adjust as we go. So again, pile 1, 2, and 3. If you need a little bit of time to decide, well, this is live, so maybe you don't have it, but that's okay. So yeah, just take a second. Just think about, meditate on which one seems to fit the best for you. I do want to mention I have some, first of all my decks are linked in the description box, but I do have some yes or no cards in here. So if you come into this with a yes or no question, you may be able to get some answers. Again, these are general readings, so take what resonates. Not every message will be for you. So use your intuition, use your lovely, amazing wisdom, your good judgment, all that jazz. And then, is there anything else we need to cover today? I'm feeling like no. I like a lot of other readers, I don't cherry pick my cards. I don't, go for what's going to be the kindest, most gentle message always. Or I always try to find a gentle way of saying non-gentle things. But, I don't pick them ahead of time. I haven't even looked at them. I don't know what's in here. So just know that some of this may be stuff you're very excited to hear. Some of it may be things that you're less excited to hear, but all of it is coming to you for a reason. And again, not every message in every pile is specifically for you and your situation. Anyway, I'm going to stop throwing out a million disclaimers and we're just going to get this started, okay? Yeah, okay. So we're going to start with group 1 with the lovely honey calcite. I'm going to put my other sweet little babies off to the side. This is so comfortable. I know you guys can't feel it, but it's like, it's great. It's great. It's great. Okay, so group 1 with this lovely little honey calcite. I feel like better times are on the horizon. Ow, sorry. I actually banged my elbow yesterday, and it's like I hit it right on the funny bone, and I don't know why it's called that because there was nothing funny about it at all. It hurt. But yeah, I just feel like more positive, happy times are coming. I feel like this feels like the rainbow after the storm. This feels like you can finally kind of, take a breath. You can exhale. So this feels like very nice, gentle energy. So let's see what you've got. Hey, look at this. You have new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead, which is really interesting because at the time I'm filming this, and this is a timeless reading, but the time I'm filming this, we have a full moon in Taurus coming up in about a week or so. It's going to be the only blue moon of the year, and it's on Halloween, or if you're witchy like myself, it's on Samhain. So this could be a very, very magical time. So this also tells me that whatever intentions you were setting at the new moon in Taurus regarding love, which was back in May, they are coming into some kind of culmination, manifestation, or fruition. So that's really nice. Okay, so your angel answers is listen to your intuition. I like to get all the cards out first before I start getting into it for the most part, so bear with me. So, oh, you got 10 of Cups, babies. I'm so happy for you. You got 3 of Wands reversed. Okay, all right. Not to go McConaughey on us, sorry. And you have Page of Pentacles reversed. Let's see what else you have. So I have this little deck of like rainbow pride themed playing cards. I like the way they look a lot. And they all have different ones of the states on them, plus like the US territories, because there's 52 cards in a deck of playing cards. So I use this deck for yes or no answers. So this is kind of what I consider to be the hardcore yes or no question answer. So you all got Jack of Diamonds, which would be Knight of Pentacles. So this is a yes, by the way. Oh, and you guys got new love. That's beautiful. I love this. Okay. So right off the bat, we do have Taurus energy. This doesn't have to involve a Taurus, but it could. I'm going to address these little babies right here. Okay. So 3 of Wands reversed, Page of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Pentacles upright. So the 3 of Wands is about manifestation. It's about your ships coming in. It's about waiting. And when it's reversed, it can mean that there are adjustments you have to make. But really what I'm getting in this spread, because we have 10 of Cups and because we have prosperity lies ahead, I feel like this is indicating that your wait time is up. When it comes to something having to do with love, again, if you set intentions back around the new moon, your wait time is just about up as we hit the full moon and it's coming into fruition. The Page of Pentacles, when it's upright, can be about the beginning of a new venture, about the beginning of something like very solid, something that's manifesting in your physical reality. But it can also, excuse me, talk about seeking. So this combination to me, and I think it's really interesting, first of all, we have mostly red with a little bit of green, and we have mostly green with a little bit of red. So that fascinates me. I do feel like there's a balance here. There he is. I was like, I'll get them in the right order. I do like too that there's only a handful of cards in the tarot that have a yellow background. You got 2 of them. Yellow is all about confidence. It's that divine masculine energy. It's moving forward. It's happiness. It's joy. It's better times, baby. Love it. Love it. Love it. So what I see with this combination, which I'm trying to show you, my hands are too small. I'm really sorry, guys. What I see with this combination in particular here is that I do feel like you've been searching for something. I feel like you've been on a journey, and that's kind of reiterated with this Knight of Pentacles energy. This may be to find new love. So the thing that's interesting too, I have many thoughts, I'm so sorry, is that we have the 10 of Cups, which is like this culmination, this ultimate fulfillment and happiness, especially with relationships. And it's really interesting we're talking about the rainbow after the storm because we got a little rainbow. Ooh. But this almost makes me think of like the Ace of Cups and then the 10 of Cups. So I do feel like, you know, if you are single, a new person is coming in for you. If you've just met somebody and you're like on the fence about it, especially with this Page of Pentacles reversed, I feel like you're not sure if you want to commit to this. This is a really good sign that this is leading towards something beautiful and long-term with the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel that if this is any type of relationship, really, this is going to unfold slowly, or perhaps this has taken a while to unfold. But that's because the Knight of Pentacles is also, funnily enough, in the traditional tarot, has a yellow background as well. But that's because, you know, the Knight of Pentacles takes his time. He is not in a rush. And, you know, he takes his time to select his pentacle, to tend to it, to craft it, to bring it forward. And then, oh, hi, I just saw the chat. Sorry, I'm getting better at responding to chat. I'm so sorry. You know, he takes his time to craft his pentacle, to bring it forward. There's cat fur. I'm sorry, there's cat fur all over my entire life. But by the time he is ready and he's venturing forth with his, you know, with his offering, it's very solid. It's very, very secure. So with this, I feel as if this has taken you a while, especially again with that 3 of Wands in reverse, whether this is a new person that you've been trying to bring into your life or somebody that you know, or if you're trying to bring somebody back from the past. That sounds very like necromancy. That's not how I mean it. We put the romance in necromancy. That's not how I meant it. But I don't really see a lot of past energy here. I'm going to be totally honest. If this is somebody from the past, this is going to be like, especially with the butterflies on the crown, this is going to be like totally new. Like they're almost a brand new person altogether. And you're a brand new person. The situation is completely and utterly new. There's no old energy here at all. So, but if you've been trying to bring this person into your life, whether there's somebody that you know, if you're in a connection, you're trying to get it off the ground, if you're in a situationship, or if you're trying to, I don't know, it's not really breathe life into an old connection. It's more like kind of get it to be more substantial is the word. There we go. Substantial. I do see that happening. And again, I feel like this is this beautiful combination to me where it's almost like a new beginning that's instantaneously just feels so good, fulfilling, especially if you haven't had that for a while. I feel like this is just going to feel, oh, yeah, a sigh of relief. That's all I can think about. And again, very much that gentle, loving energy. I think it's really cool. We have a yellow stone and then we have a lot of yellow in the cards. So that makes me really happy to see. With this, excuse me, listen to your intuition card. I don't know if y'all can see, but she's holding like this little world globe thing. And it's very similar in coloration. Sorry, I had this moment where I realized it's also the image on the back of all the cards. So I was like, am I holding it forward? And I totally just had a moment of self-doubt. Whew. But it's the same colors as what's going on right here in the new moon and Taurus card. And to me, I feel like this is something you can sense, right? I feel like if this is a person that's coming into your life, you can almost sense that there's something in the air. There's something magical about this. If this is with somebody that you are already with, I feel like, you can kind of just like feel the potential, feel that it's going somewhere. And maybe you haven't been able to see it with this Three of Wands. Maybe you haven't been able to see it before. And you've just kind of been patiently waiting. With Three of Wands too, there's a chance you may be at a distance from this person, either physically or, maybe like an emotional distance, energetically. You've been having trouble connecting. But I just see so much positivity here. I feel like it's going to be like a brand new beginning. I love this for y'all. This is really, really nice. Let me see if I get anything else. Hang on. If you've been trying to materially manifest something with somebody, so like, for example, let's say you're looking to, move in together, or you're looking to move to a new home together, or purchase. I'm hearing for some people here trying to get a pet. I also want to say I see children imagery on this card, and I see children on this card. So if you've been trying to have a child, I do feel like that is more favorably aspected at this time. This is really weird. I'm also hearing check what's in your second house, because that might tip you off to what area of your life this is in, especially with the Taurus full moon coming in. This is going to be good. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of positivity. And I do also want to mention we have the Page and then the Knight. So if this person has maybe been struggling to show up, to step up, to be mature in some area of their life, I do see them kind of like almost shedding this page-like mentality to take up the Knight, and to kind of grow a little bit, right? Because we're all always learning and growing at all times. So whatever area of their lives this person, and this could also be you because this is a general reading, wherever you or this other person have been struggling to level up, to kind of get more secure, to mature a little bit, I see that improving significantly. And with the 10, and again, it's kind of almost ace-like energy, I think this is a really beautiful cycle of, really meaningful culmination, and then this brand new beginning that's just going to make you guys so happy. And I'm loving this energy. I'm sorry. I want to like bottle this up and drink it later. That's how good it is. This is just lovely. And so I'm very, very excited for you. I'm trying to see if I get anything else for you. I also want to mention briefly, there's these little golden speckles. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like speckles, really cute. This makes me think of coins, and with this Taurus energy and all these pentacles, I do feel, like I said, there's going to be some kind of material increase. So if you and your partner have been at odds because you've been fighting over or just, there's tension about finances or material issues, I do see those improving, and it's going to, by proxy, improve your love life. So this is really, really great. I think that's all I have for group 1 today. I hope this was helpful. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. I have a variety of readings, but if you don't see something that meets your spiritual or financial needs, DM me, because I'm totally happy to make a custom reading for you. think that's everything for today. Thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. I am wishing you the best and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Bye. Okay. Ah, it's falling. So we got Group 2. Hi, you picked this adorable little bracelet. It's so cute. And I know I'm biased because like my close friend gave it to me on the day of her wedding. That's a really terrible accent. Terrible impression. Don't tell anyone. Don't look. But yeah, so let me see. With this, you know, the peridot, the birthstone for folks born in August. There's like a little pearl here, so that's the birthstone for folks born in June. So this may involve somebody born in either of those months or both of those months. That would be looking at, depending on when in the month, Gemini and Cancer versus Leo and Virgo. So anywhere between Gemini and Virgo season or birth dates within those seasons could be involved here. With the V, I'm really seeing the word very, so it makes me think there's this like intensity of the energy. It's very something. The peridot here is kind of that sort of Leo energy. It's very heart-centered. It's very good for heart healing, so you may be attracted to green stones at this time. And if that's the case, I feel like that's because you are going through some type of heart chakra healing, and this is going to positively impact your love life. So I also want to mention too, we have a couple of the pearls, and pearls also to me are obviously a symbol of wisdom. So I feel like if you are in a connection, and I feel like this is only if you are specifically in a connection right now, this particular message, I feel like you and your partner have gained some wisdom that you're going to be able to bring into the connection. It's just going to improve the quality and really open you up at the heart space a little bit. And there's going to be some healing. Because there's also, I don't know if you can see, there's this little teeny tiny charm and it's shaped like a leaf. So that makes me think a lot about letting go and shedding, excuse me, shedding what wasn't working. I'm feeling like what was keeping you defensive. I feel like 7 of Wands feeling. But really shedding what wasn't working in order to let in this beautiful heart healing, this beautiful, I don't know, this beautiful love that it's really easy to lose track of. So yeah, okay. Let's see what you got. I'm so sorry, guys. I have wicked allergies. They're like driving me nuts. I'm gonna grab water before my stream, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm always afraid if I drink water on stream, I'm gonna need to pee. So my bladder is tiny. I'll have to figure something out for that. Okay, so, and I'm sorry, my chair is really creaky. Can you hear that? It's like a haunted house, but like I'm sitting on a haunted house. Okay, so you guys were actually the only group that got 2 Moonology cards. So I'm going to take it because I feel like it's extra messages. Okay, new moon in Aries, time to take action. Ooh, full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So this is really cool. I like seeing a new moon and a full moon come out together because this to me indicates this entire cycle. I really, really like a fire and earth combination. I gotta say, when they are not working together, there can be kind of gridlocks, excuse me, or stubbornness or serious misunderstandings. But when they understand themselves and each other, I think fire and earth is a really good combination. I really like it personally. So, we do have at the time, this timeless reading, by the time I'm filming it, we do have a full moon in Taurus coming up in like a week or so. It's also the only blue moon of the year, and it's going to be on Halloween, or for witchy folks, Samhain. And it's just like, oh gosh. So I feel like whatever was going on, excuse me, whatever is going on in Aries season, where like around the Aries full moon, I feel like that's coming into culmination now. And usually it goes from new moon, like matching new moon to full moon, which is really interesting because in group 1 we had new moon in Taurus, but it doesn't have to be exactly those dates. So this is around the same time. Whatever is going on then in regards to your love life is kind of coming into a culmination now. What was I going to say? So this may involve an Aries and or a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, because we're talking about love. I do want to say there felt like there was a connection between pile 2 and pile 3. So if you couldn't decide between either, feel free to watch both. But there were just like, because I shuffled and I pulled all the cards beforehand, there were some where it's really hard to describe how I do it, but it's intuitive, being like, okay, this, this one belongs here, this one belongs here. And there's a few between the piles. I couldn't decide if it belonged in 2 or 3, and I kept going back and forth until it felt right. But I did have to decide. And there were 2 different cards. When I was shuffling them, they flipped themselves sideways, so they were touching both piles. So I do feel like there is some kind of connection. So just throwing that out there because I forgot to say that before. Yeah, I'm really seeing that something is coming full circle here. And especially too, I feel like with this being the new moon and Aries card, I feel like this is something you've had to wait to take action on, right? Because Taurus is earth energy, it's a fixed sign. So it can be, it's solid, which is great, but it takes its time. It's not fast moving, whereas Aries is like kind of the opposite sort of energy, where it's fiery, it's very fast, but the issue with Aries is it tends to lack some longevity. This is why, if both of these energies are in balance, I feel like this is kind of a power couple thing. But the thing about oppositional, and these aren't oppositional on the zodiac, but talking about, differing energies, is before they learn to master themselves and to come into balance together, it can be, again, that gridlock sort of misunderstandings, not really like getting each other, not being able to sort of cater to what the other one needs. So I feel like this is coming into balance, right? And I'm even drawn to the fact that they're, a new moon and a full moon. It's like, this feels like the kind of energy where you guys really, really, if this is an existing connection, you really, really care about each other, but you also drive each other up the wall. And this feels like, if this also may be a situationship, I'm definitely getting that, where it's been on again, off again. Maybe when things are good, they're great. And when they're bad, you just are like, oh, screw this. I can't, there's not enough patience in the world for this person. But you keep kind of coming back to it, whether in reality or whether energetically, you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. Maybe you text a little bit off and on, and then you stop talking. You keep coming back to each other because there is some genuine mutual respect and love. And I feel like you value what the other one brings to the table. Let's see what other cards you have, because I'm getting lost in thought about this. Okay, you have a year from now. I need to crack my elbow, but it's not happening. Okay, a year from now. Let's see what else. Yeah, 6 of Swords reversed. There it is. 5 of Pentacles upright. Okay. Alrighty. Oof. All right, Judgment. So I have a whole deck that's playing cards, and it's my yes or no deck. So if you came in with a yes or no question, King of Pentacles, your answer is a yes. Okay. And then for the Romance Angels, you got healing family issues. And it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. So let's get into, I'm going to put these down here because I think they're nicer to look at. Boom. Okay. So let's get into it. First of all, whenever I see the a year from now card, I'm always really, really drawn to the world on it. So this tells me that there's a cycle that's being wrapped up, and I don't feel like it's finished yet. I do feel like you guys are hitting a turning point, though. This is kind of like the sort of the climax, and then there's the falling action sort of a thing. So I feel like over the next, especially 6 months, I feel like it's going to be a year when you're around this new moon in Aries time, roughly. I feel like I feel like whenever I see this, I always think of a year from now, your life's going to look totally different. The situation's going to look totally different. I'm really, really drawn for the first time ever to the fact there are 4 people, I don't know if you can see it, around this little globe. And with the healing family issues referencing parents, this may be, and there's 2 people, there's a man and woman up here. This may be that you both are working through family issues having to do with your parents or having to do with your childhood, and that this is affecting the connection. And I do feel like, again, with this little peridot here, you can see it. I don't know if you can. There she is. I do feel like that healing is taking place, and that may be why this feels so difficult. I also see that represented with the Judgment card. So yeah, let me get into your tarot, actually, because I feel like these are all interconnected. First of all, 6 of Swords reverse is all about moving on from a difficult situation, from more chaotic, conflicting turbulent waters into more peaceful waters, right? The swords always represent our mind, our thoughts, our communications. And it's really interesting because it's one of the few swords cards that's like surrounded by water, which is always representative of emotions. So for something having to do with the mind and being a little bit more kind of cerebral, there's a lot of emotional energy here. So this is something where it's just caused you, I thought I had a burp, sorry. It's just caused you a lot of mental unrest, a lot of unease, a lot of discomfort. And when it's upright, it talks about just kind of cutting your losses and moving on. But with it being reversed like this is kind of what I was talking about, where I feel like, I feel like no matter how much you guys might butt heads and argue, or you might separate, take a break, and then come back, no matter what, you can't move on. That's what it feels like, right? Maybe like, this is, I'm also getting for some people, this is like a misconnection, like maybe your friends, or again, you start to date and then something gets in the way. There's a lot of Pentacles energy. So this may be a job, or this may be family responsibilities. Perhaps one of you has children and the other one doesn't, or you both have children. But whatever this is, I see that you guys keep coming back together. Like it's like moths to a flame. And I feel like you can't let the other one go. And I see this also represented with the Five of Pentacles, right? So the Five of Pentacles is like that mindset of lack and scarcity. It's being left out in the cold, but it's the one I always think of as it's abandonment. And when I see this in a love reading, in general, it makes me think that there are possibly abandonment issues. There are possibly, and that's kind of reiterated with this healing family issues. I just use the word issues twice. But the thing that always gets me about this is that this is like a couple that sticks together no matter what, right? They are broken legged out in the cold. They're just worse for wear. This one dude, I don't know if you can tell, looks like a zombie with a foot brace on. Like, they've been through it. They've been through the ringer, but no matter what, they're together, right? And I think it's super interesting because there are, of all the Pentacles cards, there are two that have a spiritual kind of influence. It's the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, because they both depict spiritual structures or buildings, right? So when I see the Five of Pentacles, there's also this element to which what you're going through has a spiritual purpose, and there is spirituality in this connection. But this also tells me that this situation is like spiritually challenging for you, right? Because you think about like a church, and it's somewhere that you think about finding solace, finding comfort, finding sanctuary, but they're outside of it, and they're cold, and they're tattered, and they're worn down. So I feel like you go back to each other because no matter what else is happening in the world, in your own world, in your external reality, it just, you guys can count on each other no matter what. And no matter what you've said, no matter what's happened, no matter what they've done, you keep taking each other back in some form. So what this is saying, like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and then you're talking to them again, or, you break up, but you're still like really close friends, or you're literally on again, off again. Or even if you're in a stable connection, but you go through a lot of ups and downs, you stick with this person because they are freaking loyal to you. And that's kind of very much both a Taurus energy and an Aries energy, right? This is like, these are your ride or die people. These are, the little bitches that are going to be right next to you the whole way, and that are going to, they, especially Aries, one of those things is like, I don't know. It's like, it's that energy very much of like, y'all might fight like cats and dogs to the bitter end, but if anybody ever messed with you, they're going to be the first one to slap back. Like, it's just, whew, they mean it. And I feel like this is a cycle you've been going in for a really long time together, right? Because again, we also have that World energy. So the World is the last card in the major arcana, and it is the ending of a really big soul cycle. And it indicates wrapping up this huge soul cycle. It's a graduation of sorts, leveling up spiritually speaking, and preparing you to start this brand new adventure with the Fool, which comes next. So to me, it's really interesting too, because in the traditional tarot, it goes Judgment and then the World. So I like seeing that we have kind of both represented here, even though one's not officially the card. But to me, what I'm really seeing here is that whether, whatever the situation may be with your person, I feel like All right, so I'm gonna be totally honest. The feeling I get here is that you have a lot of karma between the two of you. And that doesn't have to mean that you're a karmic relationship, and karmics don't have to be this big dramatic thing, right? They have a really, really bad reputation because oftentimes they kick the crap out of our hearts and souls. But the whole entire point of, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the whole entire point of karmic relationships are that when you think about life, I always think about it kind of like I believe in reincarnation, and every lifetime, it's kind of like a different grade in grade school. You go into it with, goals, with lessons you're trying to learn, with things you're trying to accomplish, right? And you try to grow every single lifetime. It builds upon what you've already done, what you've already learned. Excuse me. And the way I kind of view karma is that balancing energy to help you get into balance with where you attempt to be on your soul's journey, right? So you have life lessons that you go into every lifetime trying to learn. And I feel like karma is when you fall really far behind in learning those lessons, it comes in to help catch you up, right? And oftentimes that's unpleasant. Why is that unpleasant? Because as human beings, we don't like change. We don't like the uncomfortable and the unknown. And I feel like that's why a lot of times karmic situations get this bad reputation as being, punishments, being punitive, being harsh, when in reality, it's helping you catch up to where you need to be. So whether this is things from past lifetimes that you really struggled to manage or not manage to learn, there we go, to manage, oh my God, or whether this is from this lifetime that you're struggling to grasp these lessons. And I feel like for better or for worse, at a soul level, this person helps you. This person's there for you. This person wants to see you grow. I was talking with a friend about this recently about karmic relationships and how difficult they can be. And I was like, well, when you think about it, who do we ask for help in this lifetime? We ask the people we love the most, the people we trust the most, the people who we believe want to see us succeed. And I think the same really goes for soul relationships and for karma as well, is that, we tend to have karmic contracts with people that we trust the most, with souls that we trust the most, that we feel we work the best with, that are really rooting for us for growth and for evolution. And I know that's not really related, so I apologize for my little spiel here. I will, I'll get off my soapbox before the air gets too thin. But I do see that that's kind of what's happening here. I feel like there's a lot of love, a lot of loyalty here. And I say that because we end your tarot with judgment, right? And judgment is when you have, it can stand for a life review. And I'm really drawn to, you have a man, woman, and child on the front, and this kind of past, present, future energy. And it's mirrored with another man, woman, and child being on the other side of the water. Actually, they're not even fully on the other side. They're in the water. They're all standing in coffins, by the way. So a judgment can stand for resurrection energy. So this is something where you've taken a break from this person, but you're having trouble moving on. I do see this coming back around for another chance. But what I'm really getting here is judgment is about this life review. It's about thinking about where you've been, where you are, and planning out where you want to go, and kind of deciding as you evolve what can come with you and what has to kind of stay behind. And this is sort of the energy I feel like is being addressed is, what do we want to leave behind? What do we truly want to detach ourselves from? And what are we loyal to, kind of an idea, as well as, what mindsets do we want to let go of? What mindsets have kept us limited in a way that is stealing our peace of mind, right? And I feel like for many of you, these are old family patterns. And I feel like this goes both sides. So this is an existing connectionship. I actually like that better. Oh my God. I'm going to say that's my new favorite term. All right, connectionship, spread the word. We got it. I love this so much. So if this is an existing connectionship, I feel like you are both going through this. I also want to say really quickly, I don't know if you can see, but there's kind of like a face or an angelic presence right here. That's very much the energy of Archangel Gabriel. So I do feel like this is heavily watched over, spiritually speaking. Because we have this card where there's a man and woman up here, I'm inclined to say that whether it's with this person or somebody new entering the mix, I do feel like within the next year, you are going to come into kind of a more peaceful, successful union. And I feel like it's a result of doing all of this heart healing. And whether it's with this person or not, and this really depends on the decisions you both make, right? So judgment also is about making a choice that has the potential for long-term impacts. It's about hearing a calling. I feel like there's just going to be a revelation, and I feel like it's coming in around the Taurus full moon on the 31st, but I feel like there's going to be a revelation where you both are going to be called to make a choice, a big choice. And I feel like this is going to play out in terms of the connection, but this has a lot more. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, energetically, spiritually. There's a lot of other energy going on, and I do feel like it's about this heart healing, this family healing. So if this is an existing connectionship, I don't see that this is necessarily like not going to happen. I feel like it's very much to be decided. I kind of want to pull you guys an extra card. Oh, my tarot deck's all the way over there. Shoot. Hang on. I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna do this because I want to know. Oh God. All right. I'm too old. Okay. Whew. I had somebody the other day ask if I was old enough to drive, and honestly, that I needed that because I'm too old. Okay. So before I pull this, I do want to mention we have that King of Pentacles energy. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So extra Taurus. This could represent you or that other person. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Or this could represent a significant time frame during the year. So I really feel like full moon in Taurus is going to help. It's going to be an important time for whatever this is. I do want to say if you are single and you pick this pile. Oh, gosh, this really doesn't feel like a single pile. I'm going to be totally honest. But if you are single and you pick this pile, I feel like this is a past connection that you are healing from, and it's to prepare you for something new to come in, and to manifest a relationship from a place of a lot more confidence. Because the King of Pentacles is like, he is very secure. He's very sure of himself. You may be working on your career a lot right now. You may meet somebody at work with the King of Pentacles, but this is somebody who knows what they want, makes a plan, and goes and gets it. And it takes a while. They're not the fastest moving energy. But again, much like the first pile of the Knight of Pentacles, once they have decided, they have made a plan, when they bring you something, it's sturdy AF. Because they really take time to consider, and this kind of echoing this judgment energy, consider what they want. So if you are single, there's nobody in mind. I feel like you've been taking time to really heal yourself, especially from potentially family issues, and to get past these two together just like scream blockages to me. So I feel like to get past your own personal blockages, I feel like you've been looking at your life, really deciding where, looking at where you've been, deciding where you want to go. And I feel like you're kind of kicking ass and you're making a lot of really good decisions for yourself. And this is going to bring in something new. And a year from now, your life is going to look totally different because you're wrapping up a big cycle. So first of all, go you. It's hard. I get it. I'm cheering you on. I'm rooting for you. So I want to pull, though, if this is a relationship or a connectionship, I want to kind of see I want to pull a clarifier for like this judgment energy, because this is a really interesting energy. Wow. I was not even hesitating. Okay. What's at the bottom? Okay. So the clarifiers I pulled were the Knight of Swords. So it's air energy, by the way, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that could be involved here too. And the Nine of Wands. So this isn't necessarily decided either way. This could go either way. So I pulled them out in the order, by the way, that the person on the Nine of Wands is looking at the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is somebody who charges forward. He knows what he wants, but unlike the Knight of Pentacles, he hasn't really thought about it. Also, unlike the Knight of Pentacles, he's the fastest knight in the deck, but he tends to charge in full tilt. He has something to say. He's often kind of like, he's not a super skilled communicator, so he can be blunt to a fault. And that's kind of the energy I'm feeling here too. Also with this Aries energy a little bit is there's this like, I feel like this represents intense communication, right? And the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior energy in the tarot. They've been through the ringer. They've seen some ish. They've just been through battle, and they're kind of readying themselves for like one more go around. And it's kind of like that energy of perseverance, right? There's one more big push. There's one more thing you've got to do. There's just one more situation you've got to handle. or a situation you have to deal with. And I feel like with it being right behind the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's going to be this energy, and especially too right now, we have Mars retrograde in Aries. So right after the full moon, I think like a week after, it's going to go direct. So this might be your energy where, you know, you're in this deliberation phase, you're in this life review, and you're especially thinking about maybe this connection. Again, this could be of the past, this could be happening right now, on again, off again. I feel like you're really evaluating what you want. And then I'm really hearing that within the next 4 weeks, you're going to go ham on it. Like, and this could be the other person. I really feel like this is you guys. And I'm really noticing for the first time, there's birds up in the corner, and that represents freedom. I feel like you guys are just going to be cutting yourself free. There's like, that's all there is to it. And if you notice in the background of the, this one, Nine of Wands, there we go. There's a lot of little green mountains. And again, green is that heart chakra color. Mountains always represent obstacles. And even with like the diamonds on the King of Pentacles card, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like the little, like, it almost looks like mountaintops. I feel like there's been a lot of emotional obstacles. There's been a lot of, there's just been a lot up and down, whether this is in your own personal life, in this connection, whatever this may be. And you're almost there. And I feel like you're almost there, and you're just going to be making the push to do what you got to do. Because right now, this is that energy of almost like, you know what, I don't even care anymore. Let the chips fall where they may. Like you're so focused on getting through this healing process. I feel like you're just going to get this surge of energy after this full moon, because I feel like this is going to be a game changer for you. And again, this may be for the other person, this may be for both of you, because a lot of times our relationships mirror each other. But what I'm really seeing is that whatever your situation is, you are paving the way for your most authentic, healed self. And this is going to bring in all sorts of abundance and prosperity, right? This is going to bring in, like, again, this is your whole world changing. Your whole life's going to look different. This is not just about love, but everything is energetically interconnected. So there is that connection. So I know this is like a little bit less snazzy and openly jazzy and sexy when it comes to love, but this is like the kind of really big, important soul work that sets you up for just so many beautiful things. And it's kind of like what I tell clients a lot when they're in this energy is that stay focused, stay strong, keep going toward your goals, especially with this energy, this sudden surge, this like push forward. Follow that, even if it's tough. You know, the Knight of Swords is blunt, has to cut things away, but the Knight of Swords, is that, he's that energy we need. He's that push we need to speak honestly, whether this is to ourselves, to somebody else, to really openly express ourselves. And again, like I say to clients, everything you want is on the other side of this. You're almost there, I promise. So keep going. Yeah. And I want to say really briefly too, don't be afraid with this to leave the past behind, which I know that's really hypocritical for me to say that because I'm a sentimental little D about it. But, I had this conversation recently it's probably pretty obvious, but it blew my mind where I was like, oh my God, people hold on to the past because the past is safe, right? The past is already done. The past is already written. So when we hold on to the past, to something that no longer suits us, to something that's not good for us, and it's something we're ultimately evolving beyond, and we're aware of that, or we feel that, when we hold on to the past, it's because we don't trust the future, right? And the past feels secure, and we can't go back to it. It's unalterable, right? But in that regard, we don't have to put ourselves out there and try something new. So if you're in that space, and I have no judgment at all, because I have lived in this space for a long time. I pretty much had a PO box here. But if you're in that space, it can almost feel like it's more turbulent to let go and to move forward. Whatever that may mean for you. Doesn't mean necessarily having to let go of a person, but letting go of turbulent mindsets, emotional states. But it's okay. It's okay. And there's a lot waiting for you. There's so much up ahead that it's okay to let go of the past, because there's a beautiful new future for you. So yeah, that's about all I have for group 2 right now. I hope this helped. As I've said before, my Etsy shop link is in the description. I always want to say in the bio, in the description down below. So if you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out. I have a variety of readings and other spiritual services. But if you don't see anything that meets your specific spiritual or financial needs, please DM me because I'll totally make a custom reading for you. So that's all I have today for group 2. I'm wishing you all of the best and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Bye, guys. All right. Group 3. Boom. Okay. Hi, group 3. So y'all picked the one with the little gold stone. I don't know if you can see it. I'm so sorry about the lighting. It is fall where I live, and it's very, very gloomy today. So the lighting is kind of like going like getting darker and lighter. And my father very cutely watched my videos. He's like, "Oh, it looks like time lapse." So I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, y'all picked the gold stone. So this is very much like solar plexus chakra kind of energy. I feel like this is celebration. I don't think y'all can see it, but there's this little spot on the side that's a lot darker. It reminds me almost like a bruise. So it's this energy of like, when it comes to love and romance, I feel like you've fallen down, but you're getting back up again, kind of a deal. I don't know why they're showing me, well, I do know why they're showing me roller derby, because I play roller derby, and that's what you got to do. You got like 3 seconds if you fall down and get your butt right back up again. And that's kind of the vibe I feel like. I feel like you're bouncing back. I feel like you're getting into the swing of things. I'm going to be honest, this pile feels a little bit single, but does not have to be one bit. Mostly in the sense that I feel this sense of like very comfortable in your own skin. You may just be a very independent person, but this feels like a celebration. Like, I love this. I love this so much. So let's see what you get for your cards. Okay, I just smacked my elbow, my other elbow, help. You have mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. I always say it the wrong way, so I have to check. Okay, you have ask for help from others. That's cute. I like that one. I don't do it, but I like it. Let me see if I'm getting anything. So first of all, I'm really, really drawn to the water here, by the way. You may have your moon in a mutable sign, so that's worth checking. I'm getting Virgo moon for some of you. Virgo and Pisces moon, super strong. Anyway, yeah, sorry, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. But with the water crashing up, I feel like you've been through some, excuse me, I had to burp, some really like up and down turbulent emotions a little bit, or not even turbulent emotions. I just feel like it's been like a wave crashing one after another, but I feel like this is past, right? And I feel like part of why I feel like you've learned to kind of go with the flow and weather the storm to the point where like nothing is giving you like unshakable confidence. Like it feels like nothing's bothering you because you have that peace internally, which is really nice. I'm really drawn to the fact that at the bottom of this card, it looks like there's a hunk of amethyst. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it actually is, because in case you can't tell, I'm super duper blind. But it looks like a hunk of amethyst. And with ask for help from others, I feel like you have members of your soul tribe around that are guiding you forward in this regard. So if you are single and you're looking for somebody, I feel like you're being intuitively led. I don't know what I'm doing this for. That's cute though. I feel like you're being intuitively led toward this person. This is going to sound really dumb, so I apologize in advance, but they're showing me like Scooby-Doo. So all I can imagine is that, you know, if you are waiting for somebody special, you're being almost like led in this like little circuitous one, like it's going to like pull the mask off and be like, ta-da, this is your person. And they would have gotten away from it if it weren't for those meddling kids. But it feels like that. It feels like this like playful, fun energy. But like, I feel like if you were worried about finding somebody, I feel like you've relaxed that a lot. And relaxing that energy is what's allowing them to come toward you. So this is nice. I like this. Okay, let's see what else you get. Woo! Okay, the Lovers reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed. Oh, honey. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. Let me get the rest of your cards out. So I have this playing card deck that is that I use for, I totally had a brain fart, I'm sorry, that I use for yes or no questions. So I want to see what you got. So if you came in with a yes or no question, your answer is yes, Queen of Wands. But this is like a good yes. And this is definitely the energy I've been feeling. I'll get into it in a second. And for romance angels, you have release your ex. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm kind of picking up on one major storyline. This may apply to you, this may not. Bear with me, okay? Yeah, I feel like right here, this is what you've been going through. I feel like you've been dealing with a past relationship or connection, as I've accidentally said in prior groups, connectionship, which I'm loving that. I feel like you've been going through an old relationship, whether this is something that was recent or something that like was a while ago. So with the Lovers reversed, followed by the Ace of Cups reversed, okay, straighten those, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I feel like you thought this person walked on freaking water. Like you thought this was your person. You were, you know, you were really sure like this is the one. This is just like, I feel like you put this person on a pedestal possibly, and thought this was your destiny, your fate. Because when these three are upright, these are super positive cards, right? And I feel like whatever happened, and since this woman's holding a little piece of parchment, I feel like maybe they, I don't even broke up with you over text, or like maybe you met them online and they ghosted you, or like just something like that. There's something revolving around communication. But you know, I feel like whatever this was, it makes me feel like they like pull the rug out from under you in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like that's what caused this kind of energy, right? And this is that thing where, you know, this felt really secure. This felt like this was, you know, destined. This was your person. And then this happened. And I feel like that's what caused this like emotional upheaval. I do feel like for most of you, this is in the past, or you are clearing through this energy now. I feel like this is required that you lean on other people, other supports pretty heavily. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. In fact, put it in the comments. Tell me how to do that, because that's hard. But I feel like processing through this energy is what is causing like this kind of energy, this celebration. Again, like anything, if this is resonating with you, this happened to get you into your power. So this is Queen of Wands, by the way. I think I mentioned that. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this may be you or somebody else involved in the situation. But this is the energy you're stepping into. Very much that Goldstone energy. Very much like that Sun energy, particularly heavy emphasis on Leo, but does not have to be. We also have Gemini's energy represented here. So whatever happened with this, it was to get you into your power, right? To get you to see how pure magic you are. Because that's the Queen of Wands, right? She's got, I love the Queen of Wands. She's surrounded by sunflowers. She's got her staff. She's like, yeah, I got this. She's got a little black cat by her feet, which I love. I have a black cat. But you know, she's so confident. She's so magical. She's a master manifester. She is very attractive. And I mean that literally, but I also mean she's able to attract to her what she really, really wants. Like that. Like that. So good. I love the Queen of Wands, if you can't tell. Like, I'll be her fangirl all day. But you know, I feel like this has been happening to get you into this energy for yourself, because there's rainbows here, which is like that chakra alignment and activation Kundalini energy, and this is like very spiritual awakening and spiritual empowerment. So if this is resonating and this is something you've gone through, I'm really sorry. This sucks. This is an energy that just sucks to deal with. I feel that. But I'm really, really proud of you, because you're sticking through it and you're going through it, and it's opening you up to your true self, your true power. I'd also say for some of you, check your North Node to see if it's in a fire sign. That would kind of make sense. But yeah, so I see this has happened, but I do feel like you're coming out the other side of it. I also want to say, because for some of you, I was really drawn to look at the little piece of soda light right here and then back at the message. For some of you, you may have like seen something online that like was not good. I'm gonna pull a tarot card about this because I'm nosy. Sorry, I'm nosy. I want to see what's going on because I want to help, but I'm also nosy. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Page of Cups in reverse at the bottom, BT dubs, and then the Nine of Cups reverse. So that really shows me this person was like your wish. And especially with the 9 here and then the ace here, putting together, making the 10. I feel like this person was your ultimate wish, or you thought they were your ultimate wish. And then again, just pulled the rug out from under you kind of a thing, you know? Especially with all the blue and the yellow here, I feel like you were confident. You felt like this was your ultimate truth. Like your love for this person was all there. I'm hearing this. That's all there is. Like, it's not worth overthinking. It's not worth debating. It's not worth explaining to other people, because it lives so deeply and so vividly in your heart that you knew it to be true without question. It was your ultimate reality, which is beautiful, by the way, because when you can love somebody like that, imagine if you can love the wrong person like that. Oh God, the right person is just going to be amazing. Which I know that doesn't really help right now, but I'm hoping that gives a little bit of hope for the future. I only say that because if I'm being totally honest, this was an energy I experienced like all last year, and I'm like, cool, guess I'll die. I didn't feel like I was ever going to make it out of it. And so if that's something you're going through, I am really sorry. But I do want to encourage you that you are going to come out of it. You are going to be this Queen of Wands. You are going to have a reason to celebrate. And what I'm really seeing here is, in terms of love, I feel like, I see I can pick them all up together. I'm so sorry. I feel like these energies were what you thought you had, and these were denied to you. But I feel like what's coming in is these upright, the real damn thing. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But I feel like to do this, you know, the Lover's reverse can speak about having made a choice, a really, really big choice. But it can also talk about gosh, what was I going to say? Self-love, especially too, because I'm always drawn to this mountain right in the middle of the couple. And to me, that's kind of what that mountain is. They both have to climb up their separate sides to meet at the top. Is that you can only meet someone where you've met yourself. You can only love someone as much as you love yourself. I know we're all super sick of hearing that. But unfortunately, it's super true. It's really, really true. And I feel like this is what this energy is. You had to meet yourself. You had to give yourself some type of love that was denied to you. And I do feel like this comes both from within. This has also probably come from friends and family. I feel like you've leaned on supports a lot at this time, and that's beautiful. That's perfect. And really sought out people who were just going to like love the crap out of you, like really give you that support that this situation denied you. Because I feel like you built up a lot on this foundation. It feels very tower moment. I feel like you built up a lot on this foundation only to kind of have it crumble, which is crappy, and I'm sorry. But I do like that. I'm really drawn to this. A full moon right here. I stumbled over my words. Sorry. I'm like, da, 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 da. But there's a full moon right here. Full moons are all about release. We do have, timeless reading. We do have a full moon coming up in about a week in Taurus, and it's going to be a blue moon, and it's the only one of the year, and it's on Halloween /Samhain if you're witchy as hell. And I feel like this is going to be a really good turning point in helping you release any ties to this person, helping you to calm the seas here. I will say for some, and I think this is a really, really small number, so keep this in mind. If this is a person you're dealing with, I feel like they've been working through some old baggage having to do with an ex, and I feel like the wheel is about to turn in your favor. I feel like there's a lot of potential here, because to me, whenever I see reversals are kind of, I think the natural state of anything is the most positive outcome, right? So when I see something that's negative, I either view it as like, this is blocked energy that can become available to you, or if it's more of a negative energy, I see that energy dissipating, right? Especially with this release card. So to me, with this full moon coming up, I do see blockages being released, whether this is within you or within your person. Because this person's also got their eyes closed, and they're almost covering their eyes with their arm too, just in case closing them wasn't enough. So I feel like they have not been seeing the potential of this connection clearly. And again, this isn't for most people. I feel like this is for a very, very small number. But, if you feel intuitively, because the Queen of Wands is also very intuitive, if you feel intuitively that there is something here, this person is genuine, just know that they're working through some old stuff, right? And they may be struggling to ask you for help. They may be struggling to communicate their emotions with all this like choppy water. They may be struggling to communicate their emotions to you. But I feel like with the moon imagery here too, you intuitively understand each other. And that's why maybe you haven't given up on this yet. You're just kind of hoping for things to turn. So this is letting you know that nothing is completely set in stone, which means there's nothing saying they're going to necessarily be ready for this, but there's nothing saying that they're not going to be ready for this. But for others of you who are, maybe on the other side of a bad breakup, or who have been going through it for a while, or who are single, and like maybe you've had, I also see with this, you're looking for something serious with this combination, and it feels like there's just like, there's no easy way to put it. It feels like there's like a string of bullshit. Like it's just like one thing after another, where it's just disappointments left and right. And if that's the case, if that's the situation you've been in, I feel like it's so you can really kind of get in touch with yourself and with the people around you, like having a good support system. And with this being the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I do feel like your circumstances are going to change. This is also Jupiter in Leo, so you may have Jupiter in Leo. But I do feel like your circumstances are going to change. And with it being a 10, this more difficult cycle is coming to a close. So something new can begin for you with this Ace of Cups energy. So I don't know why I feel like I want to pull you guys another card. I don't want to make this reading a million years long, but I want to pull you guys something else because I feel like there's something more here. Excuse me for my hiccup. I drank coffee. You can't tell. Okay, yeah, Knight of Cups reverse is at the bottom. Knight of Cups reverse can kind of talk about being a little bit moody, a little bit depressed, a little bit unpredictable. Yeah, you just don't really know what the hell's up. So if this is somebody you're dealing with, that's absolutely the case. If you think that your person might be struggling with depression, I am not a health professional, so please do not take this as diagnostic. Please seek out professional advice. But if you think your person might be struggling with depression, that looks like that is a possibility. So keeping that in mind moving forward. Okay, here it is. Three of Swords reversed. Hangman, boom. Eight of Wands, perfect. Hangman, by the way, is Pisces energy, which is exactly what we're talking about. Oh, love when that happens, you guys. Love it. Been doing tarot for a few years now, and I still love that. It's such a good feeling. So yeah, whether this is you or this is a person you're involved with, there is healing from heartbreak. This is heartbreak where it's lasted a while, it's past, present, future, where threes are usually about expansion and about growth. But with the Three of Swords, I always take this as you can't move on. You're kind of stuck. And that's very much the energy of releasing your ex. So I feel like whether this is you or a person that you are involved with, there is this call to release the situation. So you or this other person have healed or are healing. And I feel like it's given you or this other person a new perspective about love in general, but also about relationships and about yourself. If this is somebody you're involved with and they've really struggled to be present, they've really struggled to show up for you in the way you're really hoping for, I feel like it's because whatever this was really did a number on them. I feel like it feels like shit. But I feel like it got them to be stuck, right? It kept them in limbo for a while because I feel like they wanted to forget it, but they couldn't move forward. And it's very, very deep heartbreak and requires deep healing, And I always say this too, like when we're stuck in an area of our lives, we have people come in, and these are often karmics. We have karmic relationships come in and they're so important, and they tend to hit hard because they hit in the areas where we are the most defensive, right? We've built up the most walls, and smaller things aren't getting through to us, more gentle experiences aren't getting through to us. So oftentimes that's when karmic soulmates come in or karmic relationships come in or situations to help break down our most fortified barriers, which is not an easy process at all. So I feel like whether this is you or whether this is the other person, this is what has been happening. Wow, I don't know why I didn't notice this. There are markings on these wands in the Eight of Wands, and there's one in the front where it looks like there's a little heart, but it says NM. So for some of you, those could be initials. Those could be first letters of your, name, There's an SC and another M. That's so weird. I've literally never noticed that before. New Mexico could also be important, but take that as you will. It does not have to apply. But the Eight of Wands just tells me that you are moving forward in your love life. I feel like if you are waiting for somebody, you are going to get a lot of messages from them. You may have a lot of suitors be interested in you, because the Queen of Wands, again, very attractive. People love her. I heard another reader call her the hostess with the mostest, and I just love that. It's beautiful. But yeah, I feel like the whole point is that this is the energy of being really, really stuck, in order to gain a new perspective and to see things from a more spiritual place. This is the energy of moving forward, right? And it's fire. You feel it in your soul. You're just like, woo! And this is this energy too. You're feeling yourself, like other people are feeling it. This is a good thing. So whether this is you or your person, there's a lot of beautiful energy coming in. And I do feel like there is the possibility. It was going to be possibility plus potential, so I was going to say possibility. So I don't know what that would mean. Y'all can come up with a meaning for it if you want, and I'll use it. So like possibilities for potassium. But I do feel like there's the possibility for this. This energy is available. So whether this is with your person, which again feels like a very small number of you, or this is somebody new coming in, just know that all the trials and tribulations you have been going through have been to prepare you for something excellent, right? And just don't ever give up your power. Like, just remember who you are. You are this attractive person. You are this magic incarnate. It's just, I don't know how else to describe it. Just know how special and lovely you are. Because the Queen of Wands always knows it. And that's why everybody else knows it, because it just radiates out from her, right? And this is very much an Eight of Wands kind of energy too. So I do feel like you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have a lot of offers. I feel like if you meet someone, you're going to be talking a lot. I'm going to be honest. This is also very passionate sexual energy. So you may have really good relations, as they say. I don't know if they say that, but I'm going to say that. And so just knowing that it's okay to let go of what's happened. It's okay to let go of the past. And if you've been working on that, like, you're doing a really good job, and it's bringing in something amazing and beautiful for you. So I think that's about everything I have for group 3. That's about everything I have today in general. I hope this was helpful. If you need help with your specific situation, check out my shop in the description down below. More than anything else, I'm just wishing y'all the best things that life has to offer, and a beautiful, beautiful weekend, or whenever it is that you watch this. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I am going to end the stream, but thanks, guys. Bye.